TCFC.
Hello friends, welcome back to TCFC. My name is Tom. Today we're going to be talking about another of Birmingham City's new signings, which is of course Jordan Graham. So, just like I did in my video for Ryan Woods, I'm going to talk about the type of player he is, have a look at the statistics we've got for him, and then take a look about what fans from previous clubs think about the player. And before we begin, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to TCFC. Anyway, let's do this. Who is Jordan Graham? So, signed on a free from Gillingham, Jordan Graham is a tricky right-footed left winger who's just come off the back of a fantastic season with Gillingham, where he scored 12 goals and got a whole bunch of assists as well. Generally impressing as one of the best players in the league, as the Gills got to a respectable 10th place finish in League One. He's a local lad, born in Coventry and starting his career with the Scum, although thankfully he never actually played for them. He also had a spell with Wolves, although he didn't get too many appearances there, and has now decided to join us at St Andrews. Now, Jordan's career to date has had quite a few setbacks. He's had quite a few serious injuries that unfortunately cut his progress short, quite often just when he looks like he's about to get started and start playing really well. However, he's had a really good season just recently, and we can be sure he'll be desperate to impress Lee Bowyer, who incidentally tried to sign him before when he was managing at Charlton. It's interesting to see another wide player, as I'd say at the position we do have some strength in already, and given some of the other players that we've signed this year, I think it's fair to say that we're going to be looking to get some balls into the box and try and get some headed goals. Okay, so let's have a look at the stats. Now, there's not too much information to draw from really, because he hasn't had a huge amount of game time in his career. I'm really just drawing on last season's numbers for my info, but on that basis he looks really good. Last season he played 39 times for Gillingham, scoring 12 goals with 6 assists, and he also won 5 penalties, so that's effectively 11 assists if you want to look at it like that. Now, I know these numbers are coming from League One, which is obviously a league below from what we're currently in. However, those are still really good stats, and if he manages to achieve just half of what he did in League One with us statistically, then he'll be doing just as well as the competition he'll be facing at Blues in his current position, the likes of Bayer and Sanchez. So I think he'll be able to give them some real competition for places, if not break into the first team himself. So 50% of his total career appearances actually have taken place at Gillingham. Now, that's partly due to injuries, but also partly due to being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, he played for Wolves at a time when they were actually starting to improve to the team that they are right now, and they were really starting to splash their cash. I'm sure you can all remember the amount of money they spent to get themselves back into the Premiership. Sickening, I know. But anyway, at that time there was a lot of competition for places, and he was still very young. He also had bit part roles for Ipswich and Oxford United as well. Now, there is one statistic that we can definitely see, is that he has got an eye for goal, scoring 17 goals in 106 career games total, and quite a lot of those games have been played in the Championship. So those numbers definitely indicate potential. Anyway, let's have a look at what the fans of his previous clubs have to say. Okay, so let's start with Gillingham, his most recent club. Now, the Gillingham fans absolutely love him, and that's not surprising considering the numbers he was doing last year. He's generally regarded as a class above, and I couldn't find a post on any Gillingham forum with anything negative to say about him. He's known as a good player and a good bloke who left the club with a warm message of farewell. The Gillingham fans think he's better than League One, and he's got a real chance of making a big splash at St Andrews, so I'm really excited to see what he can do. The only other club where he's made a significant impact is Oxford United, and the reviews from their fans are also really good. Despite him only playing 21 games across 2 loan spells, he's generally regarded as an excellent player, and he scored an excellent free kick to help them in a relegation scrap. Now, a free kick taker is something that I think we could really do with, so that bodes pretty well. Additionally, fans of Oxford who followed his career since he's left them tend to agree that he's matured as a player since he left them and does more for the team. So that's really good, and I look forward to seeing if Lee Bowyer can help improve him even more. I was going to have a look at Wolverhampton Wanderers forum to see what the fans of the club of his origin thought about him, but the thought of going on a Wolves forum just made me feel a little bit sick. I don't really care about anything those yams have to say, so I decided to give it a miss. But there's a lot of positives to take from the two clubs who've got something to say about him. Okay, so let's wrap this up. What does my research tell me about Jordan Graham? So he's a player that's got potential. He's also a player who hasn't always had it his way. He's a player that managers tend to like, with almost all of his previous managers going out on a limb to speak very highly of him. He's also a player who probably needs to be in the right place at the right time with the right manager. Now, Lee Bowyer already had his eye on him at Charlton, so I've got a really good feeling that the two of them are going to mesh really well together. Now, my final thought is, where does he actually fit in the team? As a left winger with a right foot, I can deduce that we'll continue the trend of the inverted wingers, which has worked really well for Lee Bowyer last year. Not sure whether he'll be starting or putting pressure on the likes of Bayer, Lico and McGree, but I suppose that's up to him to show Lee Bowyer what he can do and earn his spot in the team. Welcome to Birmingham, Jordan. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you can do. Okay, that's all from me, guys. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to TCFC because it really helps me achieve my dream of not having to work a normal job like I do now. Also, if you have the time, please check out the Adam Brooks charity in the comments. We're raising money for frontotemporal dementia. All donations appreciated no matter how small. Thanks very much for watching and have a great day.